So this was I used to fight I used to do Muay Thai. I fought for 11, 12 years. I was on Team Canada. Basically went for, trained 4 times a day. I'm a massage therapist, so I worked. All I did was work and train, asked Dan. We hardly saw each other, but anyways. And then was on Team Canada, went to Brazil for the Worlds. I fought my first fight, and then, so the girl that I was fighting was from China, and instead of throwing the hook, she threw her whole arm at my head. I wasn't knocked out. You just saw stars and stuff, and the ref was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I got mad and I won the fight. But even, so after the fight, I had a floater, a huge black dot in my right eye. I even told my coach, and he was like, "Well, does it move?" And as I moved my eye, it moved, and he's like, "You're fine." And I'm like, "Okay." So fought again the next day. And this is where I say, I swear if you watch the video, I won the fight, but something was looking over me because I would have had to fight again for gold or silver. So I ended up with a bronze medal. Was there the whole rest of the time. Flew home. No doctors there. I don't know if it's because Brazil being a third world country. Usually every other fight I've ever been to, doctors check you before and after to make sure you enter and exit the same. But flew home. Worked for a month, and then I'm like, why do I feel like shit all the time? I just feel like puking. I feel like I honestly felt hungover every day. That's the best way I could describe it. And then I even put myself through diets and juices, and I'm like, did I pick up a parasite or something down there? And then I was and the stupid floater is still in my right eye, and Dan's like, what? It's still there? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, so now you need to go get it checked out. I went to the walking clinic, and the girl muscle tested me, and she's like, and she could overpower me easily. And she's like, okay, for a world-class fighter, I thought you'd be a bit stronger. I'm like, me too. And she's like, I think you've suffered from a concussion. And so she sent me to Emerge, and they took an MRI, and they're like, yep, you've had a concussion. And so I asked the nurse, Dan's like, well, what can she do? And no, you can still do stuff. I'm like, can I still work? She's like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm a massage therapist. And she's like, you're fine. So I went back to work. And on November 6th, now this is where I'm going to cry. On November 6th, 2013, my very first patient in the morning, I was treating her. I all of a sudden started sweating profusely. So got tunnel vision. I took my hands off her, and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then done. I passed out. She ended up getting off the table, picking me up off the table, off the floor. That was the last time I worked for 2 years. Wow. I basically went from bed to couch, couch to bed. I had the vertigo, the dizziness. I couldn't be in public because my brain just wanted to focus on every single conversation at the exact same time. I basically went from doing all that to nothing. And I tried everything that, not everything because I didn't know. But I did massage, physio, acupuncture. I went to cranial sacral. I did osteopath. I did injections into my head. And everyone just kept saying, don't do anything that hurts you. Okay. yeah, because there would be times that I was able to walk around the house today. I'm okay, I'll do it again, and then I would try the next day and I couldn't do it. So I'm like, how can you tell me to do stuff that doesn't hurt me when one day I'm okay and the next day I'm not okay? And I just felt lost, depression that I can recognize now. I was because I didn't realize, and I say this all the time, but after I went to Bruce, because Dan went to the Swiss.
Dan went to this show, Ken's show, that's where that.
Yeah, so
that's right.
Yeah.
And was very persistent.
Yes.
5 times he waited. She comes over and she goes, he's back. I really don't think he's gonna believe it. thinking that's so sweet
Yeah.
to him. And I just sat there. He goes, please. I said, he's asking me, please, you wait till I do this.
Yeah, because you walked in on Kelly's, he was like, scar release, okay, let me see what this is about, and walked in at the exact moment that you were talking about your son.
Ethan.
Yeah.
The picture of Ethan's head.
Yeah, and
Changes.
and Kelly was just like, my son does martial arts, and he, like, the picture of him before and after, the amount of, like, oxygen and blood that went back
That was
into his,
concussion.
yeah, yeah. And then that was only, I think he
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
teased
just
everybody
mentioned
with the
it.
word. Yeah. Yeah. And then Dan was like, nope, went right up to you, and Kelly was like, I can introduce you to the guy who invented it, and I'm sorry, Ken, Dan didn't go to any other seminar. He sat there for 2 days, and he even texted me, and he's like, Google Kelly Armstrong. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, yeah, this machine looks really good. It's helped, like, a lot of positive stuff about it as I'm on the couch. And then begged, and even when Dan came home, emailed you every day and called you every day. It was like, don't forget about, you promised you'd treat my wife. And yeah.
It was a process.
Yeah.
I didn't charge them. It was research.
Mhm.
But she had to sign non-disclosures and blah, 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 blah.
And after the one treatment, and we talked for a while, but he, like, asked me about my whole history, like yes, I played sports my whole life, and scars and car accidents,
right.
and so all the concussions that built up with it. And then when he treated me, and then I stood up, and he's like, so how do you feel? And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I didn't think I wasn't happy, but now I feel happy. Like, I didn't think I wasn't. I thought I was still surviving and living, like, just doing the best that I could do, and I was ready to accept that that's what my life was going to be like, where I couldn't work out anymore, I couldn't do anything, I basically couldn't live. And when Dan turned to me and he was just like, oh, I missed you, like, I'm like, what do you mean, you're back, like, and even, like, from this point on, and I feel like, cause Dan, like, I use it on me all the time now, but, like, every day I just get better and better, and people that saw me then and see me now and are just like, oh, like, you're bubbly again, you're you again, like, after one treatment. And so this is why I swear by it. I swear by it, but
I just want you
oh, man.
It's just her level of functionality.
Yeah.
Her level of functionality is brought to the point where she thought that she would really, okay, maybe I can walk around the house today.
Yeah, and going
that's
from, like,
a good day.
yeah.
And the next day, I can't do
it.
And there's millions of people walking around like that.
Like, and then, like, I go for, like, a 5-minute walk, and then next day I try and be like, oh, I only could do 2 minutes today, like, and I used to train 4 times a day, so I went from how is it that I could do, and I was always in a mindset that if you're injured, you just push through the injury anyway, but my brain wouldn't let me do it. I couldn't handle it. I'm puking and dizzy and nauseous, and it sucked. I probably would have been one of those people who said my life sucks. It sucks. And I think, like, going to the research and helping you guys, and like, me being able to relate to everyone that was there, and I felt, like, privileged that they could look at me like, what? You went through this? I'm like, just have faith in it, guys. It'll change you. And then when you guys told me about the guy who wouldn't drive, like, he used to be a trucker and couldn't drive for like 3 years, and oh my gosh. And then he drove to Toronto and like, oh.
We had a comment, it came up a few times, Sue, where the husband or wife would say, you're back.
Yeah.
That actually was a common thing. Like, they're not there, they're this human, and they come back, and the person next to them says, you're back. And they said, I didn't know I was going. So multiply that by hundreds
Yeah.
and millions of people out there realize